make sure that the people that you keep close to you are actually supporting you and your desires. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Kanisha, you can call me Kay, and today we're going to be going over 3 things that you can do if you lack self-love. Step 1, awareness. This is probably going to be the most important step. Without awareness, you won't even realize that you're doing these things that are actually sabotaging your growth. Without awareness of these behaviors, you'll never know that you're not loving yourself correctly. Usually when you don't love yourself, it's at a more subconscious level, and consciously you aren't even aware of that lack of love for yourself. Humans, our brains, we're literally like the most complicated computers there are out here. And what do we do when we're having issues with our technology? We take it to somebody to get it assessed, so that way we can become aware of what the issue is in order to fix it. I work with cell phones myself, and I have to diagnose things on a daily basis. When someone comes in with an issue, I have to become aware of what that issue is in order for me to find a solution. The same thing goes for us and our brains and the way that we think. Therefore, if you feel like you love yourself, but your actions, your environment, your relationships, your money is not reflecting what you actually desire, there may be a disconnect. And listen, it's okay if you figure out, you sit down and you figure out that you don't actually love yourself completely. In school, we're taught the quadratic equation, we're taught how to dissect a frog, but no one teaches us the importance of having your self-worth up, your self-love up, and your confidence up. Without this, the formula to your life is ruined. And I say ruined might be a little dramatic, but that is the case. People who do not have self-love, love for themselves, do not care for themselves, do not have any worth for themselves, their life reflects that. And so if you want a life that you desire, first you must be aware that you love yourself or that you don't love yourself. So that was step 1, awareness. Step 2, reprogram your mind. I know this step might sound a little intimidating. You're probably thinking, I don't know how to reprogram anything. I'm here to tell you, it's not that deep, bro. You have the backbone to be able to reprogram your mind. That's step 1, awareness. The awareness is the foundation to reprogramming your mind. The way that I reprogrammed my mind to be more confident is basically catching myself in the moment when a negative thought came into mind. Recording videos at 5:30 a.m. is kind of creepy. Reprogramming my mind for me was basically catching myself in the moment of a negative thought and telling myself to shut up. That's kind of how it's been looking like, more so later than in the beginning. And because of the relationship that I have with my negative voice in my head, now I'm able to tell it to shut up, and I understand that it has nothing to do with me and it's a separate entity than who I am. For example, if I looked into the mirror and a negative thought came to my mind, for example, oh my gosh, Kanisha, you look a little fat today. Oof, your face is kind of ugly. How dare you even come out in these clothes? Who do you think you are? I would immediately respond to that negative Nancy in my head. Everybody has a negative Nancy, negative Ned, whatever you want to call it, and tell it to shut up and keep going. One of the affirmations that I most used in order for me to reprogram my mind was, I let go of all things that no longer serve me. I created that affirmation, or started using that affirmation roughly 2 years ago. I let go of all things that no longer serve me, and I'm here to tell you, 2 years later, I have let go of things that do not serve me. I have gotten rid of these detrimental behaviors that I was participating in. Basically, in order for you to reprogram your mind and the way that you think, you must insert a new code. Our minds, our bodies, we are like the most complicated computers there are here on this planet. And so whenever a negative thought comes up in our head, We are already used to the negative thoughts, so it comes automatically. When we say an affirmation a couple times right after that negative thought, it basically sends a new code to our brain. And over time, your brain will adapt to that new code, and it will get rid of the old way of doing things and replace that thought with a positive one. So instead of telling yourself in the mirror that you look fat, you look ugly, you will start to notice the good things about yourself. You will start to notice positive things about yourself. Start to tell yourself that you look good. So basically, insert that new code, our affirmation, over and over and over again until your brain gets rid of that old way of living. If you like to use my affirmation, you're more than welcome to. I used many affirmations depending on what aspect of my life I needed help on to reprogram. Again, that affirmation is, I let go of all things that no longer serve me. And while I say that, I also love to envision all of the negative thoughts, all of the negativity leaving my body and being replaced with positivity and positive thoughts. Having that visual for yourself is very helpful, because we are physical humans. We live in this physical world, so we love to see things. So picturing that is going to help the progress of your negativity leaving your body even faster. After you reprogram yourself, basically that negative Nancy, negative Ned will start to quiet down until it's a tiny itty bitty little voice that no longer needs to be heard. If and only if you're consistent and honest with yourself, this will work. Consistency and honesty. Most people are not honest with themselves, and most people are not consistent. I too struggled with those things. I too struggle with those things to this day, although I have bettered my consistency and I have definitely increased in honesty with myself. You need to remind yourself as often as possible that you are worthy of the confidence and the life that you want. We aren't taught that from when we're little, so our subconscious does not believe that we are worthy of the life that you desire, but you are. Last but certainly not least, reevaluate your environment. You are the sum of the 5 people closest to you. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If you hang around shitty people, you will become a shitty person. The reason that this happens is because we are a product of our environment. Distance yourself away from people that you feel like have nothing to offer you. And when I say something to offer, I'm not speaking monetarily. I'm not speaking that you have to have money in order to be in somebody's life. But what I am saying is that make sure that your friends are always acting from love and not from hate or envy. In order for somebody to be a part of your life, the very least that they should do is respect and love you for who you are. Your friends should show that love and respect through their actions and their words. Most importantly, their actions. Actions speak louder than words. Love looks different for everybody, so of course what they do will vary from person to person. Somebody might love to treat you with respect and love through cooking you your favorite meals. Somebody else might treat you with respect and love by calling you once a week and making sure that you're okay. As long as they're acting from love and not from that fear and hate, envy, is great. Good friend. If your friend is rooted in love, it will show through their actions. The same way that if you are rooted with love, it will show through your actions. Once you build that foundation of self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, it's all kind of intertwining with each other. Once you build that foundation, that energy will literally pour into every aspect of your life. Creatively, your relationships, your business, your money. You will start to see that love affect your whole entire life. Now, I know step 3 might not be possible for every single person out there. Changing your environment is not always the easiest and most simple thing there is to do. So yes, if you've already thought about it, changing your environment might not be the easiest thing for you to do right now. Maybe you live with your parents still, and everybody knows how your relationships can be with your parents at times. But if you're not able to move out yet, or if you're not able to figure out a way to change your environment, the least you do is first cut off the people that do not deserve your attention or love. And second, practice the skill of maintaining your peace. I had to do this for myself. If you can't change your environment now, practice the skill of not letting things around you affect your energy, your vibration, your mindset. I want you to create a protective bubble around you, right? And again, with the envisioning this in your head, an actual bubble around you, protecting you from any low vibrations, any negative energy, any envy or hate, fear that other people might be sending your way. Envision that bubble and envision the envy and the hate bouncing off of that bubble back to its sender. We do not take any low vibrational, any of that stuff is not your energy. Or if you are still in a toxic environment, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like super toxic, but just an environment that you don't feel 100% safe and loved in, I want you to say to yourself, I send back any negative energy back to its sender and reclaim all of my energy. Again, affirmations can be extremely powerful whenever you are inserting a new code to your negative thoughts and patterns. But saying these affirmations alone is not going to fix your problem, all right? If you affirm to yourself, I send back any negative energy that is not mine to its owner. Yet, when somebody comes in and you let them affect your mood, you let them get you angry, you let them get you upset, that is them affecting you. If you cannot change your environment now, then practice this skill. I want you to stop letting things around you affect your emotions, affect your mood, affect your happiness and your vibrational state. Again, if you aren't able to change your environment, ignore those that are trying to affect you. Ignore those that are envious, jealous, hateful, fearful of you and your potential. Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you your future. If you hang around shitty people, you will become a shitty person. Perfect. So now, in conclusion, today we've learned about the 3 steps that you can apply today in order for you to gain more self-confidence, self-worth, self-love, whatever you call it, in your life. Step 1, awareness. It is important that you are aware of the fact that you are lacking self-love, self-confidence, or self-worth. Step 2, reprogram your mind. It is important to interrupt the signal that you send yourself whenever a negative thought comes to your mind with positive one. Replace your negative thoughts with positive thoughts to reprogram your mind. Step 3, reevaluate your environment. Make sure that the people that you keep close to you are actually supporting you and your desires. And our bonus tip, if you cannot change your environment right now, practice the skill of mentally protecting your energy, mentally protecting you and your self-love from any hate or negativity. I hope that these tangibles can actually help you get a good start in increasing your self-love. These 3 steps that I gave to you today, I wanted to give to you without having to have any supplies, without anything other than your mind and your body. I hope that these tangibles will help you get closer to start living the way that you want to live today. Let me know in the comments if any of these tips may have helped you in your day-to-day life. Remember to stay authentic, stay true, and stay happy. See you guys later. Bye.